again. My name is Taryn. I'm an after-worker artist, Mexican, living in Silicon Valley.
And I am Sieglinde. I am a mostly abstract artist working in paintings and fine art photography. And I'm a European import into the US, and I also live in Silicon Valley, California. And I am so excited to welcome you to episode 3 of Art Sparks with Taryn and Sieglinde. Short burst of conversations about what else? Art. What are we talking about today, Taryn?
Okay, so today I think it would be good to talk about buying art with your heart.
Ooh, I like it.
So other people buy art for different reasons. You know, some people buy because they know the artist or they want to collect from that artist. Other people buy because think it's an investment. Other people buy because they want to decorate their home. But today we're going to talk about buying art from your heart, from deep from who you are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Should we first clarify what kind of art we're talking about, Taryn?
Sure.
How would we, the art that we refer to, what would that be? I would say it's art that was touched by the artist's hands, right? How would you say it?
Oh, for me it's very deep. So for me it's art that is being touched by the artist's soul. Because when I do a piece, you have to put it in.
Okay, all right. Okay, now that we got that clarified, okay, let's do it. So, well, I think in order to buy art with your heart, you first need to start discovering what it is that you like, right? Without knowing anything about it, pretty much. I mean, because sometimes people tell me, well, Sieglinde, I don't really know what good art is, so I'm afraid to spend money on it, especially if it's like touched by an artist and the price goes a little up. And then I would say, you know what, it doesn't matter. First discover what you like, right? And for that you need to see a lot of art and get exposed to a lot of different things, and you don't need to know anything about it. And I will share a story, if I may, about when I was a kid. So my mom's an artist, and she would drag us to museums and exhibitions all the time. And of course, as kids, we hated it. But she found a way to engage us. So before we start the exhibition, she would say, okay, you can walk around on your own, but at the end, when we're done with the entire exhibition, you need to tell me what was your favorite piece, and I will go back and look at it. And so my siblings and I, we would run around this exhibition, you know, under the watchful eye of the guards. And then at the end, my mom would say, okay, now let's go back to the piece that you liked the most. And then we would take her, and then she would ask us why. Now, we didn't know anything about art. I mean, we were like 8, 9, 10 years old. We didn't know anything about the artist, but there would be this one piece that just spoke to us, that drew us in, right? And it was just magical to discover that. And I would say, I still kind of do that when I do an exhibition right now. I figure out what is this piece that spoke to me the most, and then I go back to it.
All right. So you're saying, because I love this idea, you're saying that the first thing you have to be attracted to the piece. It has to draw you in.
Yeah.
But in order to buy the art.
True.
Then you come back and you said, oh, then is when you get more close to it. And
exactly. Then it's like, okay, why do I like this piece? Is it the colors? Is it the subject? Is it the scene? Is it how it makes me feel? Or maybe you need to, you know, learn more about the artist or the story of the piece, or something that, you know, that builds that connection that we talked about so much last time with the benefits of art.
Yes. And so in order to discover what art you like, so you have to discover part of yourself, like what colors are you attracted to. Sometimes I have the artist, the viewer that likes certain shapes. Sometimes are more emotional. So for my collectors, they have something in particular they like it, or they see something that moves them, or they have some elements that they feel that they are connected to them. Funny, rectangles, yeah, something like that.
Right. I've talked to several people who look at abstract art and immediately they want to go identify things. They say like, oh, I see a face, I see a horse, I see a waterfall, I see a flower. And I almost want to tell them like, relax, it's okay. You know, it's not an ink blot test to see how intelligent you are. Like, let's pause for a moment. So you don't have to recognize anything. I mean, it's fun if you can, but I almost want to say for abstract arts, let's pause and step back for a moment, right? And let's just take it all in its unity. You know, what is it? And then we go back to like, okay, so there's the shapes, there's the colors, there's the lines, without putting them in a box or putting parts in a box. Like, how do they work together? Is there a certain energy? Is there a vibe? How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel peaceful and happy, or does it make you feel restless? Or, you know, it becomes so interesting when it's a little bit, it can be a little bit uncomfortable for some people to sort of go into that unknown, like, my left brain wants to label these things and now you're asking me not to? Yeah. I mean, step out of your comfort zone and who knows where it will take you into discovering something you never thought you would like, just because you learn to engage with it. And it's, I mean, what have you got to lose? It's just fun.
I know. And abstracts, yes, it's difficult to understand because people, they want to see something. Yes, definitely. And they have this idea that they have to look for something. And it's so many different styles and difference of doing abstract that you just have to go with the feelings of it. How do you feel about it? Is it something soft, or is it really structured? Or is it the colors? What is that is drawing you in?
I feel abstract artwork has a lot of energy, you know, because a beach scene is warm and peaceful. A forest scene feels very refreshing. A sunset feels very romantic, right? It's sort of like decided in advance. Whereas an abstract piece, there's just energy, right? It could be wild energy, or it could be delicate energy, or it could be, like I find it very intriguing. And, you know, I'm an abstract artist now myself, but I sure had to learn how to approach abstract art. And I just had a lot of fun in the process.
Yes. Well, we have to talk definitely about different type of abstracts in another talk. But okay, let's get back to the buying art with your heart, okay? Let's move on. All right. So what we want to tell you is that don't limit yourself to what you know or what you think you like or what people will say that you would like. Keep on looking.
Keep on looking. But here's another story I want to tell you about one of my art collectors. He was debating several pieces and it was a sizable investment. So I understand that it wasn't the easiest, quickest choice to make, right? But he was really doubting himself. And so at one point we had a conversation about it and I started asking, well, how does this piece speak to you? I mean, all the pieces looked perfect in the places they had to be, right? So it was not about that. It was really about his preference for the pieces. And then he said to me, but Sieglinde, you don't understand. What I hang on my walls is a reflection on me. So he didn't say it's a reflection of me, as we've sort of talked about, right? Like the art you choose is a reflection of your personality. He said it's a reflection on me. And he said it will tell other people who I am and what I am about. And so I try to understand. So once you reach a certain professional or social status, it's important for a lot of people in that area to have approval from not just family members, but colleagues and peers. And so this person was very nervous about the fact that he would hang an artwork and that other people would say, oh, interesting. And so then we talked about it because he clearly loved it, right? And so then as we talked, he almost gave the solution himself, which was wonderful. He said, well, even if it doesn't speak to them, because art is subjective, right? And what he likes in his home, his friends and his peers and his colleagues, you know, it may not match them, right? And that's fine. Thank goodness we don't all like the same thing. And he said, but I know your story now, and I know the story behind the piece. So even if they don't get it, as they say, right? I can tell your story, and then the artwork becomes a totally different piece of interest for everybody involved, and there's a different type of connecting with it, and it takes away the pressure of, yeah, but what will my friends say when I buy this piece? What if they don't approve? And then you can let go of this, I need some unanimous vote or approval of my choice of art, and it can still be you and buying art with a heart.
Exactly.
What do you think? I mean, did you ever encounter such a episode?
No, not like that, but I totally understand what I said. Like, you know, sometimes you don't go inside yourself and say, well, what is that I like? It's more like, oh, what they say or what I should. So if people want to buy from their heart, then they have to find out what they really, really like, and what emotions they evolve in them, how they connect to that piece. So
that is what it's all about. And it's just a very adventurous journey to go find out.
Yes. And thank God we don't have anybody coming in our mind saying, no, you don't should. There's not a judge. Nobody has to be judging you like, okay, it's good or bad. No,
it's true. It's true. And as long as you like the art, you connect with it, and it hangs in the right spot in your house to create visual balance, then you can't do much wrong, I think.
No. So first step to buying with your heart is, yes, you have to have attraction. You have to have a connection. You have to really like it.
Yes.
Then we have to find out where we can find those pieces of art. So yes, that's another talk we have to have. Well, once you have it, once you like it, how you find it.
Yeah, well, I think, and then budgets come into play, right? So we can talk about budgets and art prices in the next episodes, and we'll leave it at this for today. But thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, because we would like to reach as many people as we can who would benefit from this kind of information. And also, tell us in the comments, what was your biggest takeaway for today? Or ask us a question, your own individual question about living with art, buying art, approaching art, and then we can cover it in an upcoming episode.
Yes, we're sharing. Yes, we're sharing here. Okay, you share with us, and I will share with you. That's supposed to be fun. All right. Yes.
I love it. Right. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Taryn.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.